Good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Judge Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Robstown Municipal Court. Today's date is November 4th, 2020. The time is 10:04 a.m. and we are on the record. Today's hearings are being conducted via Zoom online, are being recorded because we are a court of record. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
we are here today on what's called the initial appearance docket or the arraignment docket. That means that you're here first for the first time to answer to your case. These are all Class C misdemeanors. The fines in these cases normally do not exceed $500. There's no chance of jail time in these cases. I want to let you know some rights that you have. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you. Again, no jail time in these cases, but an attorney could help you understand the law, can help you with procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. What that means is you do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit here today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Does everyone understand these rights?
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Some other things I need to let you know. If you are not an American citizen, your status in the United States could be affected by your plea of guilty or no contest. So if you find yourself in this situation, you probably need to consult a lawyer. There are alternative means to payment. If I order a fine and court costs in your case, and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, you can request an application that I will consider. And if you qualify, I can place you on an extended payment plan. I can have you do community service, or I can have you do a combination of both of those things. There are consequences beyond the courtroom on certain cases that I have no control over. For instance, on a ticket for no insurance, you could be subject to surcharges from the state of Texas outside of this courtroom. So if you have a question whether your particular violation is subject to surcharges or anything else, you probably need to consult an attorney. So the way today is going to work, after I finish talking to you folks, I'm going to put you back into the waiting room and I'm going to take you out one by one. I'm going to then ask you to raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in, and then I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with. After I do that, I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are essentially the same thing, in that I will find you guilty and then go to the punishment portion of the case. At the punishment portion, there's a number of things I can do, from putting you on what's called deferred disposition, which, if you do everything that I ask you to do, will result in a dismissal. I can place you on if it's a moving violation, I can order that you do the driving safety course program. If you qualify for that program, I will let you know and offer it to you. That's a 90-day program. And if you do that successfully, the case will get dismissed. Or I can just give you guilty and give you a straight up conviction and a fine and court costs. So that's if you plead guilty or no contest. Let me tell you the difference between the two. If you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not admitting you did it, you're not admitting you didn't do it, you're just not contesting the matter. That will still result in a finding of guilt. The difference is that in a no contest plea, in a civil trial, they can't use that plea against you. Okay? If you plead not guilty, then be set for a pretrial. At that pretrial, there will be a prosecutor present representing the state of Texas that you can speak to. A lot of times people come to today's hearing wanted to talk to the judge about their case. I'm not allowed to by law. All I can do is take your plea, And the only time I can hear the facts of your case is when there's a prosecutor present, and usually when we're in trial. But at the pretrial, you can talk to the prosecutor. He's the one bringing the case on behalf of the state of Texas. And if he feels that the case is warranted, he has the ability to dismiss a case, or he has the ability to recommend some type of agreement or plea bargain agreement. So you plead not guilty, you'll be set for a pretrial. If you don't get your case resolved at pretrial, then you'll be set for a trial. And that will either be in front of a jury or in front of the judge. That's going to be your choice. Okay, before I get started, any questions? Okay. I'm going to put everybody back into their into the waiting room and take you out one by one.
Okay.
Sir, can I have your name?
Juan Contreras.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are Juan Contreras?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, you are charged with 2 violations. The first being an expired registration, and the second being possession of drug paraphernalia, both alleged to have occurred in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, on or about October 20th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of the charges?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to go with the drug paraphernalia charge first. On possession of drug paraphernalia alleged to have occurred on or about October 20th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
And as to the charge of expired registration, and you know what, Mr. Contreras, I'm gonna let you know that I would recommend you plead not guilty to that, because there is a waiver right now by the governor,
Yes, sir.
where you don't have to have an expired, you don't have to get a registration sticker during this time, but they filed the case, so only a prosecutor can dismiss it.
Yes, sir.
So just letting you know that, but I still have to get your plea, okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
as to the charge of expired registration alleged to have occurred on October 20th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty, but
Okay.
what's it called? It was because my sister had died and we were just going back and forth to Austin.
No, I got it, Mr. Contreras, and more, like I said, more than likely that's going to be dismissed by the prosecutor because the governor had issued a waiver on registration.
Yes, sir.
Until that's lifted, you're not required to go and renew your registration, okay?
Yes, sir.
If you have to have a trial on these cases, do you want it before a judge or before a jury?
I don't know. I think a judge.
Okay, that would be me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Contreras, are you still at 304 East Avenue E in Robstown?
Yes, sir.
And can I have a phone number for you, Mr. Contreras?
Oh, I don't know no numbers because I don't even know this number.
Okay, when you get a chance, can you call the court and just give us a phone number?
Yes, I will, sir.
Okay, so for now, you're gonna, the next thing you're gonna receive is a notice in the mail for the pretrial. It'll be the same way we did it now, but instead of me, you'll be speaking to the prosecutor.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Luna. Do you want to go ahead? I need to see you.
I'm trying to figure this out. This is my first time ever doing this.
I understand. There should be something that says start video.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. Okay. Mr. Luna, can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, God?
Yes, sir. Truth.
Okay. Mr. Luna, you are charged with the offense of assault, family violence. Alleged to have occurred on or about October 11th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where the alleged victim, Rebecca Aldaco. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, before I ask you to enter your plea, there's another admonishment that I'm required to give you. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you were a spouse, partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. Section 922 G9 or Section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay. Mr. Luna, as to the charge of assault by contact causing family violence alleged to have occurred on October 11th, 2020 against Rebecca Aldaco in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to the charge, how do you plea?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Mr. Luna, if you need to have a trial on the matter, do you wish to have a trial by jury or a trial before the court, which is me?
What was that?
If you have to have a trial, do you want it with the jury or before the court, which is me?
Before the court.
Okay. Okay, and Mr. Luna, are you still 106 West Avenue B?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a phone number?
Right now, I'm waiting to get my phone service turned back on.
Will
It's
it be,
off.
will it be the same phone number though?
Yes, same phone number,
What's
414
what's that number?
361-414-0673.
Okay. All right, Mr. Luna. So the next thing you're going to get is a notice in the mail regarding a pretrial. A prosecutor there you'll be able to speak to, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Any questions before I let you go?
No, sir, that's it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello? Can you tell me your name?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Brandon Woods. Brandon Woods. Can you hear me, Judge?
I can. I'm looking for your file.
Okay.
Hold on, Mr. Woods, okay?
Yes, sir. Cartoon, sir. What cartoon?
Oh, Cooks.
Yes, his name is Brandon Woods. Um, so I'm showing you the driver's license, and he said
Yes, sir. I forgot to say that, Judge. They got me as Brandon Cook, and that's not my name.
and he can contest it, but he wants to come in front of you. So
Okay, let me call this case. Court calls cause number 2009-003-774, State of Texas. And I know, Mr. Woods, your last name is Mr. Woods, but I have to call it the way it is on the docket, okay?
Yes, sir.
Texas versus Brandon Cooks. Can you please raise your right hand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, put your hand down. Okay. Now, the name I have on here is Brandon Cooks, but you are not Brandon Cooks. Is that correct?
No, sir.
Your name
I mean,
is
yes,
Brandon. Is it
I'm
your name is Brandon Woods?
Yes, sir.
I have no other identifiers in here. What's your date of birth, Mr. Woods?
10/13/81, sir.
And do you live at 1126 Salem?
Salem Drive, yes, sir.
Okay, it appears there's some type of typo. So the court is looking at your driver's license that was provided, and that does say Brandon LaShawn Woods.
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna let you know what you're being charged with, Mr. Woods. You can contest that and talk to the prosecutor, and the prosecutor can decide what he wants to do with the case. But as a judge, I don't have the ability to dismiss a case unless we go to trial, right?
Okay.
So, Mr. Woods, you are being charged with the offense of failing to display driver's license, alleged to have occurred on October 7th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware
Yes,
of
sir.
the charge?
What'd you say the last part, Judge? It cut out.
Are you aware of the charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know what, Mr. All this is just the failure to display driver's license,
Yes, sir.
and you sent that to us already.
Yes, sir.
Hold on real quick, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Woods, you've turned in your driver's license. I can offer what's called a compliance dismissal, which is 20 bucks instead of 186. Or you can talk to the prosecutor to see what he wants to do.
Okay. When will I have to pay the $20, Judge?
When can you pay it?
Um, Friday, Judge. I mean, like I was a delivery driver with the mail, but when you get a ticket or whatever, they put you on hold. So I've been on hold, so I'll have to wait till Friday if that's okay. Oh, I can't hear anything, Judge. Is it muted?
Myself. There we go.
There.
Okay, so Friday.
Yes, sir.
So what we'll do on this one is a compliance dismissal, $20, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right.
What, is there any way that I'll know where to send it to or how to do it? I'm new at this, Judge. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my assistant call you here in just a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You know what? Let me have your phone number, Mr. Woods.
Yes, sir. It's still an East Texas number, so it's 903
Okay.
705 2636.
Okay, perfect. They'll call you here in just a little bit.
Okay, thank you, sir. That's it.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna remove you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Hello? Hello?
Hello,
Yes, sir. Can I have your name?
Rafael Blanco.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Blanco. All right, Mr. Blanco, you actually have quite a bit of violations here.
Yes, sir. I know that.
Let me go one by one.
Okay.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Rafael Blanco?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Blanco, we're gonna start with calls number 1601-000-126 and 1604-002-154, State of Texas versus Rafael Blanco. Mr. Blanco, you are charged with the offense of speeding 47 miles per hour in a 30-mile-per-hour zone alleged to have occurred on January 4th, 2016 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. And you are also charged with a violation of promise to appear on or about January 21st, 2016 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, sir. You said failure to appear in a speeding ticket?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm aware.
Okay. As to the charge of speeding 47 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone on January 4th, 2016 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
As to the charge of violating promise to appear on or about January 21st, 2016 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. How do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on both charges. We'll get back to punishment in a little bit. I want to get through all of these first, okay?
Yes, sir.
Court calls number 1902-001001 and 1904-003230. Once again, State of Texas versus Rafael Blanco Jr. In this case, Mr. Blanco, you are charged with the offense of no driver's license, alleged to have occurred on or about February 4th, 2019 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, and failure to appear, alleged to have occurred on February 18th, 2019 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, sir.
And you understand them?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of no driver's license on or about February 4th, 2019 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of failing to appear on or about February 18th, 2019 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on both charges. We'll get back to punishment in just a second. Okay. Court calls number 1009-00093 and 1009-0093V, State of Texas versus Rafael Blanco. Mr. Blanco, in these cases, you are charged with the offense of defective equipment.
Back in 2010.
Yeah, hold on real quick. Okay, yeah, this is back in 2010. You're charged with defective equipment alleged to have occurred on September 9th, 2010 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, and a violation to promise to appear on November 10th, 2010 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of these charges?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking here, Mr. Blanco, because it appears like you made a payment on this.
Yeah, I believe yesterday when I went in, she said that I gave two $100 payments.
Well, it looks like on this one, you gave $100, but it looks like you never entered your plea. So I think I have to get your plea on these, and we'll give you credit for what you paid, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's just, so we can get the plea down. As to the charge of defective equipment on or about September 9, 2010 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of violating promise to appear alleged to have occurred on the same date, how do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on both charges. Okay. And we're gonna go on to the final one, Mr. Blanco. Okay, Mr. Blanco, and cause number 18040001814 and 18070033511. You are charged with the offense of leaving the scene of an accident alleged to have occurred on or about February 16th, 2018 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, and failing to appear on or about April 26, 2018 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of those charges?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes, sir. Will I be able to explain something on that one, or?
I'm just taking pleas today, right? If you want to talk to somebody, the prosecutor will be available if you plead not guilty. Like I said, he is the one that has the ability to dismiss a case if he feels that it's warranted. Me as the judge, all I can do is take your plea, and then if there's a trial, then I can listen to what you have to say. Okay?
Okay, no, I'll just go ahead and, I plead guilty.
Okay, well, let me ask you. So on the charge of leaving the scene of an accident on or about February 2018 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And as to the charge of failing to appear on or about April 26, 2018 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
The court will accept your plea of guilty on both charges, on all charges that you've entered in here today. What I'm gonna do, Mr. Blanco, because you got quite a bit of them, I'm gonna look them over, and then I'm gonna call you back and get on the record with the fine and court costs are gonna be, okay?
Okay,
Because some of these are kind of old, so I'm gonna see what I can do on those.
yes, sir.
Let me get a good phone number for you.
361
Uh-huh.
737
Okay.
9933.
Okay, Mr. Blanco. We'll be calling you back here shortly, okay?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the time is 10:38 and we are off the record.